So this is something that's helped me understand personality a little bit better, really in this past year. So Jordan Peterson is always hammering away on the big five, right? So I'm really paying attention to what those guys are doing with all that, how it works, and how they're structuring it, and all that great stuff, right? So one thing that I just love about the big five is that they are very careful about how they word things, where they get their data, how they lay things out. And so when they say you're high in openness or high in extrovertism or whatever, they're saying it on a scale of 10,000 people, or just say 1,000 people. So they're saying you are high on this scale. Let's just use extrovertism because we're familiar with that. You're high on extrovertism on a scale of 1,000 people. So let's think about that, how well that is thought through, scientifically speaking, and how well that is structured compared to kind of the Myers-Briggs sloppy way of doing it, right? So they're defining their terms of what introvert and extrovert is, right? You know, to some degree, doing the best they can. And then they're not saying you're one or the other, obviously, we know that. They're saying that you're on kind of a sliding scale. Well, that's real. That fits with everything else we know about science, that things are not necessarily extreme black and white. There are binary coins of things, but there's always a spectrum. There's a bell curve, right? So they're respecting the bell curve and the spectrum of personality type. And then they're also saying you are being compared to 1,000 other weirdos that we also have tested. Oh, that's when things get interesting, because now you're being objectively graded. You're being graded on a curve. This has helped me tremendously. Like, for example, I've always grown up thinking that I am a extreme, can't even say it now, an extreme introvert. You don't even know. It's me against the world. Everybody drains me. I'm so introverted. Goddamn those extroverts, right? And this was something that I really tied my identity to strongly. And, you know, everybody does this to some degree. You tie yourself to the INFJ camp or the thinker camp or feeler camp or whatever. So I did the same dumb shit, right? It wasn't until I was able to kind of see myself on the spectrum, as we had been doing objective typing over the years, where I got to see what a real fucking introvert looks like. Like a real sleep, consume, play, like, oh my god, mumble fucks, they can't even hardly talk, this deep inner world. I remember growing up and having a couple friends that were far more introverted than me. So I was aware of the spectrum even back then to some degree, right? So now I'm not looking at myself, viewing myself, because I'm going to just remember all of my introverted experience throughout the day and really enjoy those and value those and like those and then say, oh, that's me. And then I'm ignoring how I'm just abusing the outside world 80% of the day. I'm running around, I'm getting shit done, I'm bothering people, I'm directing the tribe, I'm recording stupid YouTube videos, I'm editing, I'm going, like, I'm just hammering on the extroverted world all day long. Now, I don't necessarily like it, it's draining, blah, 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 but I'm still responsible to it. And then when I see myself on the scale of 1,000 other people, I go, whoa, I'm definitely not the most extroverted, but I am not the most introverted. And being able to grade on a spectrum, grade on a curve has helped a lot. So when you're looking at yourself, you're gonna have a weird view of yourself. Everybody does it. It's human nature. You cannot not do it. It's gonna be more of, if you could get a lot of videos of yourself, some old videos, or more references of your friends, and ask your friends to compare you on a spectrum of 10 of your other friends. So, hey, Johnny, who's the most extroverted people in our group? Oh, this guy, this guy, this guy. Who's the most introverted? Oh, that guy, that guy. Okay, right, that makes sense. Where do I fall on that spectrum? And you'd be surprised where your friends are gonna be like, oh, you're actually over here. You're like, what? Bottom line takeaway, as we move more into the light, getting out of trying to do this personality studies all by yourself in your bedroom, looking at the larger picture, working with other people, seeing how we relate on the spectrum, using the big five as an example of how we should be defining our terms, how we should be grading on a spectrum. We should be gathering in data, recording it, and then comparing it to new data coming in to get more of an objective picture.